All right. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday. Well, it's Friday the 13th, December 13th. Taking a look at NQ here. We do have a gap higher, gapping into all time highs, fresh all time highs made this morning. Yesterday was that typical choppy inside day. Some trickier action yesterday. Better off just to be hands off, much like we discussed in not only the live stream from yesterday, but also in the TMG, the mentorship group yesterday afternoon. Broke down that action from yesterday. Now we have that gap higher. Prices gapping up and through that prior day high. What I'm going to be looking at this morning is the reaction. Two primary areas I'm going to be interested in. Let's get to the 15-minute chart here. So the reaction into that 21,800 as well as the 21,820. Be treating this area right up here pretty much just as a zone, 20 points, right? So treating that like a zone. And then I'll also be looking at the prior day high as a primary reference point. We can see, I believe that prior day high is right into 750, 745 area. So two primary levels. I'm interested in looking at the reaction early this morning. First is that 21,800, 820 zone. That's your prior all-time high. Right? That's just the high from this past Wednesday. And then the prior day high as well. If price gets down into that prior day high, we could see some selling here ahead of the bell. Got the open in about 3 minutes. So coming into VWAP, we'll see what we're looking at here. We don't have any economic data. So it's another thing to keep in mind. We do have FOMC next week. We don't have a lot of structure to work with, right? That's one of the challenges of trading any product at all-time highs, any stock, any index at all-time highs. There's no real levels to be working with. Our nearest level of interest is down into 705. Way down here by that overnight low. So 800 and 820, these are just like reference points, upside reference points. Friendly reminder. Backdrop remains bull on both the intermediate term and near term. So I know buyers are in control of this tape. Doesn't mean there won't be any selling or anything like that. Doesn't mean you can't short, but just understand what the environment is. That'll help your game. Know what you're getting involved with. So taking a look at that 15-minute, that 30-minute, we can see some selling here ahead of the bell. Let's see how we open up. Got about 90 seconds. See where this fib is at for the overnight move. Overnight low into overnight high. You have the 50% fib pretty much right here, 21,770. A little bit of structural importance right in that area, just from some overnight action. Nothing super strong there, but just noting that. Just making a mental note. All right, here's NQ. Session volume point of control right here at 800. 30 seconds until the open. Okay, there's the open NQ testing that 800 area. Take a look at the gap. 5 minute shows the gap pretty nicely. That is a true gap outside of the prior day's range. So if you have any sort of gap rules, they may apply for this morning. So again, we're looking at the reaction here, 800 by 820. It's Wednesday's high. NQ coming into 820 right now. Just keeping an eye on that opening 5 minute bar here. Here's your regular trading hours chart. The 5 min. Taking a look at ES, looks like you have ES right near that prior day volume point of control, 60.75 level of interest. Got Russell retesting that prior day low. NQ into the highs, 820. It's your prior all-time high. Opening 5 minute bar closes up in less than a minute here. So far, pretty bullish. New high of day on NASDAQ. Some sellers stepping in there versus that 820. Remember, that's that prior all-time high. That's Wednesday's high. Just as a reference point, not a true level of interest. There it is, up and through 820. Next upside reference point is that overnight high. Pretty nice little push off the open. Overnight high is 843 on NQ. Just shy of it now. If you have longs from lower, this is your spot to trim. Yeah, same dumb. Same. Basically had a retest there of the 50% fib from the overnight move. And a little bit of structure just in the near term, right in that area we had discussed right before the bell. With the benefit of the reference point, the 800. So a decent little setup there. Off the open, now into target. Just shy of the overnight high, NQ. Got Russell rejecting VWAP in the prior day low. If you're into that. NQ right back into 820. No surprise there. Got yourself 31 points. Nicely done, Ray. Nicely done. NQ coming back for that overnight high. Still has yet to be breached. That was 843.75. Let's get a structure update here. See where we're at. Yeah, it's still pretty much right here. Wish we had MCS or something today. That would be nice. A little economic data, a little volatility boost. A little volatility booster. There's NQ into the highs. Little blip above that overnight high there. Syrup jar chat too. Oh man. NQ pushing up through that overnight high. Opening 15-minute bar, closes here in 2 minutes. Quite strong. Anyone grab the re-entry? Little 820 re-entry. Wow, this thing's really pushing now. See if we could trade 900. Upside reference point. Tighten those trails. This is pretty explosive here. Tighten those trails. 875. I'll trail just below 70. Can't give this move back. Cannot give this back. Offered out. That was a good call, Christopher. Upside momentum slowing just a bit. All right, we're right below 75 now. Below 75, they could have it. What a push. What a push. I'll set him free at 897. Set him free. Raise that trail. Just below 80 now. Seller steps in at 95. Come on. Come on, man. All right, 94.75. You could have it. There you go. I'm out. We're out of there. We are out. Nice 80-point zipper. A little 80-point Zipola. Here's 900, 21 900. That was pretty nice. So remember yesterday, if you got chopped up in the morning, when you're trading those opening 15 minutes, you're looking for action like this. Not trying to sit there in the chop. If it's not moving, cut it. Move on. Move on. So I actually tried the opening drive, but it wasn't. Those trades, you can see it on the screen there. Those trades are, I like to keep them with a very, very tight leash. Too much risk involved. So if it doesn't go right away, just cut it. Look for a re-entry. So at this point, we've got about 13 minutes till 10 a.m. here. I want to see how the intraday structure builds out. What that reaction is looking like at 21 900. We don't have a lot to work with at all-time highs. So makes it tricky. Definitely makes it tricky. Yeah, Dom, agreed. Agreed. We touched on a couple of those things ahead of the bell. 50% fib from that overnight move. You got a little bit of structure right here where that yellow line is on the chart. Even have a 15-minute hammer right before the bell. So some clues. Yeah, no FOMO, no chasing. It's purely a waiting game now. Benny wants to reload. Misha's already feeling the FOMO. No FOMO. Stir FOMO all morning, then say no FOMO. I'm not stirring any FOMO. I'm not stirring anything. I'm just stirring my coffee over here. Yeah, I like to see post 10 a.m. now. I like to see some post 10 a.m. The day is young. The day is young. The day is very young. But yeah, that temp check was a good call. If you're already feeling hot, step outside, cool off. A little consolidation now near that 900 reference point. See how this next 15-minute bar closes here. 8 minutes. Yeah, a little 5-minute exhaustion there. Let's take a look at the profile. High volume node building. High volume node. Where's our open? It's right here. 21,790. So you have that 50% fib right near that overnight high. I drew that on the regular session. Shalom fib. What is that? I don't know what that is. Shalom fib. You trolling me right now? Yeah, I don't know that one. Two minutes till 10 a.m. NQ pulling back. Rejection there at the upside 900 reference point. If you ended up buying that pullback, this is your target area, 21,900. Kind of a no man's land play, but I know some of you guys like those, so there's your target. We still have that high volume node overhead here. If you take a look at your regular trading hours chart, session volume point of control right up there. No man's land enjoyer. Yeah, no man's land is where money goes to die. That is for sure. For me, anyway. I don't get involved there. No man's land. There's a little bit of a lower high. Let's see how this structure breaks. Some indecision here on the 5-minute. It is 10 a.m. No data, right? Check out that 15-minute on NQ. Price through the prior bar low. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see buyers' response into that 50% fib area. Price gets down there. Let's take a look at the other indices here. ES into session low. We've got YM through the overnight low. We've got Russell down into the lows as well. It's pretty nice. And we've got NQ at all-time highs. NQ past 2 weeks, like we've been talking about, it's on its own. Relative strength. Rotation in tech. NQ is coming into that 50% fib. Still trading here near the 38% retracement. There's the 50. There's your 50. 50% fib, that is. Overnight high just below. No more value area high for you guys. And that just moved also. No interest at the 50. Almost into the 61. From there, it's just 820. Prior all-time high, 820. There goes 61. You've got 820, session volume point of control, and VWAP right in that area as well. Almost a full round trip. There it is, 820. A little something for everyone. Nice little bounce versus 820 there. A little bounce Ola. Nice push. Very nice push. 820 VWAP. Session volume point of control. Responsive buyers. What more could you want? NQ almost back into the highs. You may want to consider trimming if you caught that long versus 820. Nicely done. Good work, you guys. This was a solid play. That was the 820 VWAP session volume point of control. A little bounce point for you. Some good ones this morning. Some really nice setups this morning. Just passed 2 more combines. Nicely done, man. That's great. That's a good Friday victory right there. Headed into the weekend on that win. All right, Christina, have a good weekend. Take care. Thanks for jumping into the stream. NQ back near 820. So that prior bounce from this area failed to actually show a real test of the highs. So just be careful with subsequent tests in this zone. How we doing, everyone? How's the morning? How's it looking out there? See what a difference a solid action can make for the day versus all that chop we had yesterday. So if you can just avoid, like we talked about in TMG yesterday, if you can just avoid the choppier sessions, you can make way more progress. Way more progress. $50 trades yesterday, 2 today. Oh, man. Good Friday. Biggest green day? Wow. Wow. Well done. That's huge. Wow. Love it. 2 for 2. Excellent. Good work, everyone. TMG bounce back. Yeah, there we go. I love that. I love it. We're not even 1 hour into the session yet. Wow. Just continuing to watch how this structure builds out. This 820, this area remain. Oh, it's kind of wide. This area right there here, overnight high, 820 VWAP, session volume point of control. We've got the prior bounce point right through here. So this is an important area for the intraday structure. 15-minute bar still red despite that bounce. So There's 820 being tested again. Almost a break of that most recent bounce point. So if 820 fails here, we'll be looking at 800. Then it's just into the gap. Technically, session low is 790. So below 790, you're into the gap. Into that overnight gap. Overnight gap. So if we do fail that session low, that'll be my clue to call it a morning. No need to be fighting that leg lower. Here's NQ into 800. And then your session low right here, 790. That's what we're looking at. Regular trading hours chart tells the story. 5-minute NQ. Yeah, we're still live. We are still live. If there's nothing to say, I just mute the mic. So it's right here at 800. 800, 820 key zone. Back up through 820 there. There's your bid versus 800. Coincides with the new 30-minute bar as well. We are 1 hour into the trading day. 1 hour in. 800 by 820 remains that key area. Just as a reminder, look at your structure here. This is getting kind of messy with the fibs on here. Let me clear that off. There you go. 800 by 820. It's their prior all-time high from Wednesday. Bring that intraday fib back. There it is. So coming back into 800 of that series of lower highs ever since that 900 was tested. Not seeing a change in character. So it's something to keep on watch. How's our profile looking? Yeah, you may actually see that session volume point of control shift here again. Take a look at that high volume node. Probably another minute or two with price right here. The regular trading hours chart volume point of control is already shifted lower again. Down into 810 area. Now again, if 800 fails, if that 790 fails, watch for that gap fill trade, or at least a retest into the prior day high. First print right at that minimum volume threshold just a minute ago. Might be a clue. Might be a clue there. One minute starting to show a little bit of barcode. Some indecision here in this key area. 800 by 820. NQ coming into the session low. Coming into that 790. So what I like to see at this point, I'll be interested in any action above 820 again with favorable market structure, or versus that prior day high or 705 area. That's pretty much my game plan for the remainder of the morning, though I am in no rush after those opening drive trades. I think on that note, go ahead and shut it down here, folks. Thank you all for jumping in. Great session, great morning. Some really good action so far today. Thanks for your time. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you had a great morning. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you on Monday.